Discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Right! This is 7 News at 4:30.
Off the top at 4:30, a South Florida homeowner turning the tables on a man trying to break in to his home. Good afternoon. Police say the homeowner shot the man as he was attempting to break into his home.
Now that crook is in the hospital. Let's go to 7's Rosh Lowe. He's live in Miami with our top story here at 4:30. Rosh?
Yeah, this was really frightening. I'll set it up for you. It happened around 6:30 in the morning at this house here behind me. Behind me, you can still see Miami police are here. The homeowners noticed that the alarm was going off. When the man in the house recognized that there was a guy trying to break in, he came outside and a shot was fired. Early Tuesday morning, Miami police on the scene off Northeast 42nd Street.
The city of Miami received a call from a female saying that there was an attempted burglary at her home and that her boyfriend had apparently shot the offender.
Neighbors here say there have been numerous burglaries in the area lately.
I have heard of burglars and people that are entering houses to rob. Mine, they haven't, thank God.
What do you think about this?
Well, it's frightening. I mean, it's scary.
Cops say the suspect had a pair of bolt cutters and was trying to break into the house.
They were asleep and they were wakened by the alarm. Apparently the alarm went off once. They thought it was just something routine. The alarm went off again, and that's when they got up and tried to investigate to see what was going on in the home.
Neighbors say they are fed up.
As a woman, I'm really grateful that people take action to stop violence, because this is a violent action. And I'm also a yoga instructor, so I prefer peaceful and passive things when they're possible. But in the case of someone violating, your right to swing your arm ends when you hit my nose. And that's what happened.
The homeowner was inside the house and he was trying to break into the house through the window. The homeowner came outside and shot him outside of the home alongside of the house, possibly in the alleyway.
Late Tuesday, Miami police released the name of the suspect, Dennis Harris, who is recuperating at the hospital. Yeah, and apparently he has a criminal history. Once again, Miami police still looking into this, but the bottom line, it appears that this guy was trying to break into this house and got shot.
Drug bust in this quiet neighborhood. 3 people arrested now. It happened at a home on Journey's End Trail in Huntersville over the weekend. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Bruno learned multiple tips led to that bust.
And I talked to some family members of the people arrested. They shook their head at me and said no interviews, but the people I spoke with in the neighborhood say they're shocked that this would happen. Hundreds of people live in this quiet Huntersville neighborhood. Police say it was home to a major drug trafficking operation.
Holy cow, I had no idea.
Police arrested Johnny Coleman on several serious charges, including trafficking heroin and cocaine. Friday, the SWAT team was called to this home on Journey's End Trail that police say he was renting. Right now, Coleman is in jail. His bail is set at more than $1 million.
I walk my dog out at all hours. So we've never felt unsafe, but seeing that and hearing about that now from you, I'm a little concerned.
Neighbors were shocked to learn of the charges because they say the neighborhood feels safe. Crime stats back that up. Channel 9 Crime mapped the area and learned in the past month there have been only 7 crimes within a mile of the property. Police tell Channel 9 they also arrested 2 other people inside the home on unrelated charges.
I saw a lot of traffic in and out, and I had my suspicions myself.
Dylan Harris says Coleman was quiet. He says family members started moving out of the house on Saturday, and he hopes that the arrest will be a wake-up call.
I think they should get help.
The Huntersville police say this is an ongoing investigation and more arrests are likely.
Also breaking, Memphis police confirmed the principal at Tresvant High School was the person hurt in a fight earlier today. The suspect in that fight outside of the school is a 14-year-old student. We were told the principal tried to break up the fight and the suspect was arrested and issued a juvenile summons.
Caught on video, violent case of road rage in Victorville. The alleged attackers are all women. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Colleen Sullivan in for Ellen Leyva.
And I'm David Ono. This is Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. And first at 4, so far no one's filed a police report, making it difficult to get the details behind this disturbing video. But plenty of people caught in traffic watched it all unfold.
And we do have an eyewitness account. Inland Empire reporter Leticia Juarez live in Victorville at the intersection where things boiled over. Leticia.
Well, Colleen, as you mentioned, a lot of people did witness what happened, and tempers were definitely flaring when a group of women became angry with the man in the truck in front of them. Now, the eyewitness that we spoke to and who we got the video from was right here. She was in front watching as the commotion began unfolding. She said she began rolling as the punches began flying.
I pulled up to the stoplight and I just heard yelling, screaming.
This is the confrontation that caught Amy Field's attention. Two women had dragged a male motorist out of his truck and then began beating him in the middle of traffic.
I saw these women get out of their car and they run up to this truck. Then I looked over and I saw them pull him out of his car and just start beating him. And it was pretty intense.
In the video, one of the women punches the man in the head and then violently throws him to the ground.
It was pretty clear. It sounded like they were obviously, really aggravated. You could tell that he had done something to, make him mad. It seemed to me like he was brake checking him.
Brake checking refers to abruptly hitting the brakes to discourage others from following closely behind. The road rage incident happened Tuesday afternoon at the intersection of Highway 395 and Mojave in Victorville. Phil said she's seen tempers flare along the busy roadway before, just not like this.
I heard her yelling at him, I bet you won't do that to me again. And he said, well, I bet you'll learn. And, they were kind of like going at each other.
The entire beating captured on Field's cell phone lasted 27 seconds. She says despite social media reports about the confrontation being about a political sticker, that wasn't the case here.
I didn't hear one thing that had to do with politics or anything of that sort.
And she tells us that she and others were preparing to stop, but that everyone involved got back into their vehicles as the light turned green and took off. Now, she said she wanted to roll on what was happening in case authorities or the victim needed evidence. Now, we spoke with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and they say no one has filed a police report over this
Police
incident.
identifying the armed and dangerous man behind a Key Biscayne home invasion. Officials say this man, Vincent Todd Johnson Jr., broke into the home earlier this month. The 23-year-old was caught on surveillance video moving through the house. He's accused of tying up and beating up a nanny and stealing several items before taking off. It happened December 2nd at a home on Fernwood Road and Woodcrest Lane. Here's another good look at Johnson and his car, a newer model white Camaro. It has a Florida license plate, GARE27, and you should call Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS if you know anything about this person.
You can see the man ID'd as Jason Felix in the long-sleeve light-colored shirt approach Shad Gaspard, who's wearing red. Gaspard says Felix asked him to buy a beer, and when he told him no, that he wouldn't do that, he says Felix became upset, told him he had a gun in his waistband, which Gaspard then forcibly took from him. In the second piece of video, you see Gaspard grab Felix and shove him out the door and out of the shop.
I hope he gets the help he needs. I hope, he's okay. And I hope that, he never tries to sound like this again.
We're working to learn more about what is happening with a possible police chase. Our Janine Donaldson is live on the scene off of Double Oaks Road. Janine?
Good evening, guys. Well, police tell me that this all started with a stolen car. It was stolen earlier today out of the west side of Charlotte. And they say that this person did take police on the chase. They say it started around this neighborhood right now on Double Oaks Road. So it started in this Double Oaks neighborhood and then went through several neighborhoods, including Statesville and Druid Hill, and then back here to Double Oaks. Now, that car did crash. And when it came to a stop here, a police unit was also damaged. We don't have any word on injuries right now, of course, we are working to learn more details. Police are still here on scene. We did see an officer looking into one of that suspect's stolen car just a few moments ago, but not much information coming from police right now. But we are going to stay on the scene and, of course, bring you more information as those details become available.